Good morning, everybody. It's Tom from RV Travel and Living. Today, we're going to talk about something that you're going to actually find this is interesting. This is really kind of updates on RV Channel. Updates would be RVs right now are actually coming down to all-time low. You can actually purchase an RV from where you were doing before. You could buy one. In other words, they're making deals now where they maybe wouldn't did before because the economy and what's going on with the fuel. So there's going to be a lot of RVs that's going to be parked because of the fuel situation. I mean, who could afford to pay, especially in California, $6 or $8 a gallon and fill it up? It's just going to be hard. A lot of people can, but I don't think they will. So that's what we have to look at. We have to really think about that. I had to stop my puppy. He's chewing on our beddings here. So today I want to talk about being prepared for that. You can actually, if you're shopping for an RV, this may be the right time for you to do that. At this day and age, you know as well as I do, if an RV is listed, depending on what year that you want, uh, you know, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 RVs now, you can get them for, depending on where they're located and depending on what the value is, you can get them a lot cheaper than you could before. The gas fuel situation is really going to affect a lot of people. It's just going to affect a lot in general. As you know, then it's going to start affecting the groceries. Then it's going to start affecting plastics because gasoline, petroleums make our plastics, and a lot of things that we have and own is done by petroleum. So you're going to see a lot of our grocery goods that were the cellophane, the clear cellophane, and all those, the polypropylenes, the all the bags, things like that. Chips may go up in price. So the chip companies, I do have a friend that works in one of the manufacturing plants that does Frito-Lay. He was telling me that they saw this coming. Frito-Lay did, and what they did, they bought, they usually buy, truckloads of those bags, depending on what brand it is, and hoping they don't make changes to the bags, because as you know, things change, specials, things like that. But anyway, they buy truckloads of bags because they know it's going to increase, because they have to pass on the few pennies or a dollar to someone else. So they're really looking at that closely. That's something that you don't really think about. I mean, plastics that make lids and things like that, and the polypropylene goes over the top to seal that whenever you buy it and you open it up. I mean, even this package still has the poly on there. So that comes one of the byproducts from gasoline. Not counting the trucking, the diesel, and all that stuff. So the RV world is going to be kind of turned upside down. You're going to find it's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect everybody that has RV parks. It's going to affect everybody that has an RV, that's thinking about buying an RV. Say for instance, the parks may become busier because people are parking them. The parks may be a situation where they might be losing a few because a lot of people may decide to go boondocking. A lot of RV parks may be, I don't know, filling up or not filling up. As you know, everything is seasonal in the RV. Everything is seasonal. They follow the weather. If it's cold up north, they're not going to RV unless RV in the south. When it's warm up north, people go back home. They fly back home, like Canadians would fly out of Florida and go back home or drive back home and do their stay at their house. Same thing goes here in the Philippines. A lot of people live here during the winter months, and they go back in the summer months there and stay 4, 5, 6 months there, and then come back here. And they just do that accordingly. They can afford to do that, and that's wonderful for them. But a lot of times too, we don't really realize the impact of this. This is going to impact so many, and I think if you're prepared now and prepare what may come, meaning stock up on fuel that you can fill up your vehicle if you can, while you can afford it. And not saying you're going to take off and go do it, but as you know, 6, 8, 10 miles to the gallon on these vehicles, Class A or even a Class C, those big motors in there will burn up that fuel pretty fast. So hopefully they get a handle on this and they get it all resolved and everything gets easier and easier. But the RV world is going to be turned upside down, and you're going to be able to buy an RV a lot cheaper than you were before. You're going to see prices going to be reduced on those bad boys considerably. The new ones, they're going to have to really think about reduced price. I mean, honestly, someone that writes a check for $350, $450, $1 million for these RVs, you got to have some serious money. So I was looking at some last night, $331,000 for a box on wheels. Even if I was a millionaire, I don't know that I would spend $300,000. If I had all the money in the world, would I go buy $1 million RV? Probably not. Probably not. But that's not who I am. there are people that go buy them and they're buying them, they're selling them. There's it's some like the Newmars, they're as fast as they make them, they're selling them. And a lot of dealers are telling me they're selling where they were selling 1, 2 RVs a day. Now they're selling 3, 4, 5 a day. So it's doubled what they used to do. These RV dealers, they're vary depending on what part of the country you're from. You sell 1 or 2 RVs a day, you're doing pretty good. 3 or 4, 5 a day, you're doing pretty good. There was great, Recreation World there in Orlando, there in Winter Park, was selling anywhere from 3 to 5 a day, depending at that particular time before I came here. I knew one of the salespeople, and they were selling 3 to 5 a day. Now they're selling a few more than that. They're increased in sales. They're like 7 or 8 a day. But they said they're ready for the fall. The fall's coming, meaning that the price is going to go down considerably, and people may or may not buy depending on what's going on. So I want to thank everybody for always watching my videos. And as you know, we really appreciate it. And thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching my videos on this RV Travel and Living channel. God bless everybody. And thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.